It's a beautiful snowy morning, and I'm in four-wheel drive. I forgot. Coming home last night, roads were a little iffy, so oh, so I went into four-wheel. Did a little bit of slipping and sliding, but it was fine. Late night, had an insurance group that was in. Decided to stay there until like 11 plus, but it was worth it. But running a little bit late tonight. Late today. I have to expedite my workout. I should have plenty of time, but I do have physical therapy at 9, so I have to make sure that I am on time for that. There we go. Holy cow! Fucking factory reset on the brain. Um, Probably didn't get as much sleep as I needed to get last night, but it's what it is. Today we got back hitting that those close grip lat pull downs, or the wide grip lat pull downs, close grip rows, and I'm doing the rows in a different way. Dana and Frank actually gave me this idea. They didn't do it this way, but they were doing their setup a little bit differently, and I used that and found a way to stabilize myself just a little bit more. And since we don't have like an actual row machine, like a seated row, one of my biggest problems is that like I was putting a shit ton of emphasis um, on my calves, just holding myself in place. But with the new setup, I might be able to like de-emphasize that calf utilization, so that I can, fully get the full potential of the workout. So that's looking forward to that. We're also doing triceps. We got overhead French press, rope press, and then we have pull-ups and assisted pull-ups. I did return my Versa grips the other day, so I'm waiting on my new ones to come in. I fucking seriously procrastinated on that. I won't say I procrastinated. I was like, oh, I'll do it later, do it later. I was like, oh, I got to do this, so I keep forgetting about it. So did that on the way home from the gym yesterday. So those are on their way back. That's all well said and done. And yeah, I got some work to do at the restaurant this week. Doing some helping out with the catering. It's 120 people, something to that effect. Uh, Pretty simple. Just doing a little bit of prep for it today. I also have to meet with new menus and everything. And then tomorrow I got to do the actual catering. A lot going on the next couple of days. I've kind of been slacking in my time off, which is okay. It's okay to have some downtime, but it's time to get back to business and get shit organized and ready to go and set and all that stuff. So we're going to do that. Putting together my bulking plan, and I don't really know if I'm going to call it a bulking. Well, I'm going to call it a bulk, but I'm going to up my caloric intake a little bit, not much, and really focus on calorie intake and protein intake specifically. Just because I was doing a little bit of research about as you get older, the protein muscle synthesis, and what is most beneficial as you get older. Um, so yeah, it's almost like I have to take in more protein as I'm older, just to, like, when you're younger, your muscle protein synthesis is at a higher rate, so you can do like 1 to 1.1 to 1.2, whereas when you're older, it's like 1.2 to 1.5. So I'm just going to play around. Worst thing that happens about protein is your body doesn't really store that as fat. So if you're intaking too much protein, it's not like you're going to store that as fat. You're going to have really farts, but it's what it is. All right, enough talking and bullshitting. See you in the gym. All right, so we're starting off here. We got some wide grip lat pull downs, and we're not gonna really mess around and do a lot of crazy shit. We're just gonna get into it. But I am going to Do just a quick little warm up at about half the weight, just to get those muscles firing. Oh, get that good stretch in there. Oh. And all I'm doing is basically just getting those muscles warmed up, primed, ready to go. Get a little twisty in there. Oh, oh God, back's a little stiff. Didn't sleep exactly great. All right, so we got that in there. And if you didn't notice, hanging with the Nomi's shirt because we got a little bit of snow on the ground. So, why the fuck not? I'm pretending like it's Christmas. And Christmas isn't too far away. It's about a month and a half around. Yeah. Month and a half away. So, I'm just checking. Okay. Haven't quite finished up with 205 on these yet. So, still working on it. Still getting to that point. So, let's see what we can do here. Not doing a lot of swinging on these. You want to keep your body pretty much rigid. I used to do a lot of moving around. There is a little bit of movement coming from the upright to small angle when coming back, pulling down to the sternum, contracting that mid back, upper back. Just really tight fucking squeeze. Oh, got to increase the weight. There we go. I almost messed up. I do that a lot. I forget to change the weight. Ooh, yeah, that felt good. That felt really good. All right, let's go on to this rows. All right, so still got the bench. I didn't put it up. It's actually backwards. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use the base of this to put my feet, so that way I can secure myself in position and focus more on the rowing aspect of this, more so than just say I'm just planting my feet right there. I don't know if hopefully you can see it in the video. So that way. Oh. Oh, and I felt that so much more. Like no pressure on the legs. Easy set. Kind of like that. Definitely felt a little bit more. All right, so Stu just brought up a really good question. He's asking if there's a difference between the neutral grip, pronated grip, so on and so forth. Every time you change your grip, you're going to hit your muscles differently. So with this grip, for me, I feel that I get a better squeeze at the bottom than I do with the pronated grip. Plus, when I do my pull-ups later, I'll be using the pronated grip, so that way I'm hitting my back and I'm hitting my upper back and my lats, mid traps. Well, okay, so I'm hitting my upper back and mid back, which are the two that I'm working with: the lats, mid traps, upper traps, rhomboids, rear delts, all that in two different ways. By using that wide grip, I'm hitting more of the upper back, elbows flared. With using the close grip, I'm keeping those elbows in, hitting more of the lats. So, but then by just changing your hand position from the neutral to the pronated, it's hitting the upper back in totally different ways. And same with I could do the low underhand, I could do that, do the low close grip overhand, and it's going to work that those lats completely differently. So, still great lat workout regardless of the hand position. Just works them differently. So, if you want some variation, that's a good way to get variation without having to like really complicate your workout. So, all right, that was enough of a little fucking interruption there. Whew. Whew. Oh, and that I will call a success because I was able to get 8 clear across the board. Whew, a little bit lightheaded. So it's good that I'm just adjusting my sets right here. Give myself a quick little break. But I don't think I'm going up on that next week. I think I'm going to continue to maintain that weight, get a little bit stronger in that aspect. And I've definitely felt a complete difference with doing these lower rows, which I should have raised that up earlier in there. But just having some place to put my feet, I've like been able to focus more on that, on the actual movement, as opposed to keeping my feet where they need to be. I will say, definitely feeling it more in those lats by not having to focus so much on keeping myself stable. So that's going to be really fun to fuck with. My only downside is that I'm at the whole rack on that, so I have to find a way to increase weight, or I got to go back to landmine runs. I don't know. We'll see. All right, so we're heading into triceps. And I think last week I did these already at 95, but I don't want to go up any weight just yet on these. Because I want to get that rope press downs increased upon. So I'm feeling good here. So I'm just going to make sure that I'm getting my 8 solid, a lot of pressure on the weight on the triceps, getting that stretch, and then focus on my rope press downs. Fucking might have to go back to my other tripod. That one's starting to just fucking get weak on me. All right, we're moving on to the last set. And triceps are fucking burning. I get about 30 minutes before I have to leave, and I'm almost done, so shouldn't be an issue. Except next up, I got fucking pull-ups, which I'm not looking forward to. As I'm trying to do my fucking tricep work, Gunny just jumps in here, makes me look like a little bitch. But He's young, so he's like half my age, I think. And again, I'm competing against myself, not against anybody else. Yeah, motherfucker's a beast, but like I said, he's younger. I'll get there. All right, so we're on 2 pull-ups. My absolute favorite exercises to do. We're supersetting those with the assisted. And I think last week I only got through about 2 sets before I was just fucking taxed. So let's see how this week works out for us. All right, I'm happy with that. And for the assisted pull-ups, we're still keeping it at 55 pounds for the assist. Neutral grip. Ooh, almost busted my ass there. And I will say I cranked out 7 on the pull-up, so I was like super stoked about that. I'm not able to get 12, but I'm keeping that at 12 at the resistance just to get that extra work, that extra fucking taxation causation effect. All right, so I totally forgot to record my last set of fucking pull-ups, but I did like 6 3/4. So really stoked about that. You know, my pull-up game's getting strong. Not using a lot of kip. I am using some momentum, but that goes way here. And then I just die on. I fucking fuck that shit. I'm tired. All right, so I'm done. I was going to do arms, but forearms, but I got about 10 more minutes, so I'm going to crank out just some cross-body tricep extensions. Just get a little bit of extra work on that short head. We'll do a few sets of those and get out of here. All right, if you see off to the right here, I got my little fucking Christmas elf trying to fucking talk shit about me. So last set, I'm gonna get these were just for fun. Get a little extra work on the triceps. Which I would say usually I do extra when I feel I haven't really kicked my ass enough, but I definitely did that today. That's it for me. I tell you what, I love this little attachment I got. It makes me feel good about myself. All right. So things accomplished, missions done, fucking muscles taxed. Feeling pretty fucking good considering. Again, repetitive story. Probably tired of hearing it, but I'm making progress every day. I'm putting on more weight, or I'm doing more reps. You know, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling stronger. I haven't hit a sticking point yet, so I haven't like plateaued. If I start finding that I'm plateauing, then, you know, I might change shit up a little bit. But I mean, I'm about to change my workout completely here in about 2 weeks. So that's definitely going to have some effect on it. And then what else I got going on? I think I don't know. I mean, I'm feeling great. I think today when I go in for my physical therapy, I'm going to tell them I don't think I need to come back. I'm going to finish that up and go out on my own, free some more time up, to do my stuff and not have to rush on a fucking Tuesday morning. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what's going on. I only got a couple more weeks of my parenting classes. So once that's done, I'm going to have a lot more free time. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do with myself. Maybe I'll start doing my cardio. But I do need to start incorporating cardio at some point. Not like a ton. I mean, I'm on my feet. I walk a shit ton between the kitchen and the bar. Oh, and everything else. I do plenty of time burning excess calories. Not meaning that I can do more, but it's my weight is like remaining steady at 210. I feel that I'm getting stronger. I feel that I'm getting leaner. And by that I mean, literally, so I told you when I was at the cabin, I was looking, my delts looked fucking amazing. I thought, I'm starting to see more roundness in my delts. I'm starting to see a little bit more on the vascular side. So I'm losing that little bit of fat without, having a drastic drop. But I'm also, continually putting on more and more weight. Last week I was doing 175 on the bench. I'm going to stick with this theme. My truck's squeaking. Last week I did 205 on the lat pull down. 2 sets of 8, a set of 6, and a set of 5. This week I was able to do 4 sets of 8. So I'm getting stronger. So as you progress in strength, you're also going to progress in hypertrophy. As you progress in hypertrophy, you're also going to progress in strength. You can't really do one without the other. It's more about, if you focus more on hypertrophy, you're going to see more growth than you are strength. If you focus more on strength, you're going to see more strength and growth. But that's just the way things are. But you can't have one without the other. So I'm feeling good. I'm happy. I'm appreciating the way I look. I'm not quite there. I still have those moments of, fuck, I look like a fat piece of shit. Not maybe that detrimental, but yeah. So that's all I got for today. I want to thank you guys for joining. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell. Make sure you hit that bell to notice when I get new videos out. We're going to keep chugging along, see what this year brings us into the new year. So I'll catch you guys later. Keep grinding.